I just want to thank these people that are keeping this wonderful, wonderful history of Tampa alive the way you guys are doing it. This Tampa Native Show really, really tells the story of where we came from and who we are. And we really appreciate it.
And that's a wrap.
Otra vez. Come here. Let me say something. I remember Tampa, the way she used to be, the places we would run to, the faces we would see. Yes, I remember Tampa, those precious memories, a city rising on the move, a simple yet progressive groove. I remember Tampa, and she remembers me. Yeah. She remembers me.
Welcome to the Tampa Native Show. Stay tuned now for the fastest 60 minutes in cable broadcast history. Live from the studios at TBCN, the home of the Tampa Native Show. Join your hosts, Mario Nunez, the 15-Minute Girl, and Steve Canella, as they celebrate growing up in Tampa. From Shock Armstrong to Shakey's Pizza, from Braddock Street to Buffalo Avenue. Get ready to call in and tell us your stories, because sharing your memories has never been this much fun. And now, Mario Nunez, the 15-Minute Girl, and Steve Canella.
She remembers me.
So, Gene, I want to thank you for taking the time, making the trip from Jacksonville to be here with us. It's been a very special evening. Did you have fun?
I had a wonderful time, and I want to thank you for having me. It was really great to come down here and be on your show and reminisce. I love to reminisce about Tampa because it's such a great place to live and a good place to work, and I had a great career, and I loved every minute of it.
And it shows, and I think our fans tonight responded in kind. So, would you come back and do it again?
I'd love to. You just let me know when.
Thank you. Well, that's Gene Morris, everybody. We'd like to thank you for watching, and tune in again next week. Thanks, Gene.
Thank you.
Also, let's bring up the graphic, tropical heat wave, while we're talking about Ray Villadonga. Of course, those of you that know Ray know that he's been a disc jockey, a radio personality, and he's had a show on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. on WMNF 88.5 here in Tampa for the last 25 years.
25 years.
Every year, usually in September, but this year in May. And there's the dates right there. Saturday,
I think it was
May
May
the 9th.
last
Yep.
year.
Friday and Saturday, May the 9th and 10th. Tropical heat wave. It's WMNF, which is public radio, much like we're here at Public Access TV. It's their large fundraiser. And every year they put this on. There's live music, there's wonderful vendors, there are street games to be played, and wonderful opportunities to purchase things. All proceeds go towards helping fund WMNF, which is public radio. Please, if you're in Tampa, if you're coming to Tampa, plan to attend.
Sounds like fun.
We'll be there, and we go each and every year. And we've got one more event coming up that we would be remiss if we didn't
Festa
mention.
Italiana.
This is even a little bit sooner, right?
This will be April 6th, Sunday, April 6th. And in fact, we're going to be there. The Tampa Native
Yes,
Show.
we are.
We're going to have a presence there. We're going to have a tent.
We are
and
going to have a booth. We're going to
we'll
have
some pictures and also maybe some shirts to sell.
There's rumor afoot that
That's what I heard.
we may have some brand new Tampa Natives
That's
T-shirts. Right. So those of you that are in Tampa or in St. Pete, anywhere in the Tampa Bay area, please make your plans to attend. It's a short drive across the bridge. If you're coming from Lakeland, it's not that far away. It's going to be in Centennial Park in Ybor City, in the heart of Ybor City. Saturday, there's a bocce ball tournament and an Italian Idol singing contest, and then Sunday is the festival itself. And you're going to want to be there for this one. This one's, I think, 17 years now in running. So join us. We will be there. Tampa Native Show crew will be there in person. So
looking forward to that.
That's going to be great. And the weather's usually spectacular. April is usually cool still and dry.
And I'm glad you said Tampa Bay area.
Hello, Steve. Hello, Steve. You know I'm not going to mess that up. All right. Sorry.
What was that photo you were looking at? Was it the Moss Brothers?
It.
We were just on
Call
board
for that
here.
number. We'll bring that picture.
Oh, I think it was number 15.
Number 15. Very good.
Oh yes. Can we talk about that photo for a moment? You know, this is an incredible photograph. Take a moment to look at downtown Tampa. This photograph is from 1952. Look at the way those folks are dressed.
Dressed up.
I mean, you know, that's...
Lady's got her pearls, gloves, and hat
That's
on.
incredible. The
Yep.
gentlemen all have their hats on.
Yeah.
The ladies are all dressed in hats and gloves. It's
Remember that?
incredible.
Remember when
incredible.
people used to dress up?
And look how many people are there.
Yeah.
It's crowded. You can't hardly walk on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
There's so many people
That was
there.
the place to be.
And there's a jewelry store there, a shirt store. You can see
National Shirt Shop.
Haber's department store.
Haber's.
Tampa Theater in the background?
Tampa
Johnny.
Theater for it's incredible.
It is.
On this photo, Mario and I last night we enlarged the photo, and way in the back you can see the State Theater.
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
really?
Oh,
Yeah, way in the back. They
Is
got the
that
really
right?
There's
large-
another photograph also that we'll get to in a minute
Huh.
where you're shooting. It's the same street from the other perspective.
Oh,
And this is
yes,
going north
that's
and south. So I
true.
think you're probably looking south. No, you're looking north here because the Tampa Theater's on the east side. So
Right.
you're looking north. The other perspective is shooting south. The State Theater is on the other side of the street. It's really,
That's right,
really cool.
right.
And the Florida.
Oh.
This may be it here, Stevie. This may be it here.
No, this is looking
the
south.
other way. Yeah.
This is looking south
Looking
on
south, right?
Franklin
Yeah, so
Street.
it's this perspective, but it's in another.
Right.
It's just.
Okay.
I mean, it's really, really these. Listen, we want to go back.
Surreal.
Beautiful.
So somebody built us a time machine.
Oh,
I
I'm
wanna go
telling
back.
you.
Johnny just did
Better
with his book.
times.
This
Thank you,
is
Johnny.
this is
Thank
the
you.
closest thing that we have to a time
You
machine.
got it.
And,
right
and,
there.
we're kind of doing
Yeah.
that here on the show
Yeah.
a little
Well,
bit as
it
well.
is a time
Yeah.
machine.
Yes,
A
we
virtual
are.
time machine.
Right.
Yes, we
Caller,
are.
you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Linda Tagliarini Lastra. I live in South Tampa.
Hi, Linda.
Oh.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Linda, I met you Sunday night, didn't I?
Is this Steve?
Yes, it is.
Steve, yes, I met you at the Italian Club. I just want you to know that I just saw a picture of it. It's called the Elite Barber Shop.
Oh,
Yes.
My father's shop on Taft.
Wow.
No!
How
Oh,
cool is
pull
that?
that up. That's number
That's
17.
a goosebump moment.
Yeah, that's
Number 17.
These are the moments,
That's a
Linda,
goosebump.
that we
Yeah.
live for. These are the moments on the show here
look
that we
at
live
that.
for. Tell us a little bit about what your memories of that shop and your dad.
All right. He opened it probably in the 40s, closed it probably in the 70s.
Wow.
It's on right now, Elite Barber Shop.
There you
Yeah.
go.
That's right.
He was right behind Heyman Jewelers.
Heyman Jewelers. I
Oh
remember
my!
that.
I can't believe it.
You see the barber pole there?
Yeah, and then I remember the parade used to go down there and end up at the fairgrounds.
Yes.
Every day, every morning, we'd go down there for the parade every year, and we'd put the chairs out from the barber shop and watch the parade from there.
What an
Wow,
amazing
that's
memory.
incredible.
We're so happy that you happen to be watching tonight.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
What
When
a
I
coincidence.
see barber shop. His name was Joe Tagliarini.
Wow.
Joe Tagliarini.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. We,
Well, you know what I'd like to do.
Picture, thank you.
you're welcome.
You
Hang
know-
on, don't hang on.
Don't hang up
Yeah.
yet. You know what I'd like to do? I would like to. I can send you a copy of that original photograph.
Would you like that?
I would love it.
Okay.
Awesome. That'd be
And,
awesome.
and
So-
there's no charge for that. The only thing we ask is that you buy us all a café con leche. That's all we
Oh
ask.
no, not at all.
No,
Yeah,
we can't do that. We can't ask that.
I would love to send that to you as a
Johnny
gift.
just gives stuff away. At least
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
barter for a café con leche or
We
something.
give stuff away
Maria
all the
has no
time.
shame.
I would love that picture.
I will
Linda,
send you. I'll send you a copy. You just however you want to
Yeah,
do
we'll
it.
get
Yeah.
that.
We'll figure it out.
Steve will
Well-
reach out to you, or you can reach
Well,
us
actually,
at our email address.
Linda, I gave you my card, didn't I?
I did. I'll
Okay.
call you.
There you go.
Give me a call, okay?
Perfect.
And also, we met at the round
Perfect.
table at Ybor City for Sal Guayardo.
Oh, how
The
much
Ybor City
fun.
round table was a great
Sure,
time.
sure.
Sarah next to her. Say hello to
Beautiful.
Gil for me as well, okay?
I will. In fact, he just called you. You will have a message on your machine.
Oh, nice.
good.
Okay, okay,
Linda,
cool.
before you go, give us your bolita, your lucky bolita number, between 1 and 75.
Pick 26.
26. And were you a downtown girl or were you a shopping plaza kind of girl?
A downtown girl because my father worked uptown, so
There
I
you
was
go.
always uptown.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Thank you so much
That's right.
for finding our show, for calling us tonight and sharing that wonderful story. Listen, we're here every Thursday. Feel free to look in on us.
I love your show. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you.
You know, we're going to have to
Bye-bye.
clip,
Linda.
clip-
Look, I got the goosebumps.
we're going to have to clip that little scene out.
Yeah.
I got
That's
the goosebumps.
that's
That was
incredible.
another.
That's another one like
That was
that.
another,
But you know,
Roger.
but you know something.
And he was with us with Roger, too.
Yes, he
Remember when
was.
Roger
He
called
was.
that night
Yeah.
with the neon
Roger
sign?
Cavallo.
Yeah.
See what you do, Johnny?
But you know what? Let me tell you something. And I know we're running out of time already, but
Of
let me tell you
course.
something.
Fastest hour on TV.
This is the kind of thing that happens every time I have a book signing.
Yep.
Every time. People will come to my book signing, open the book, look at a picture in there, and they'll tell me, oh my gosh, my father owned this store, and I don't have a picture of it.
Wow.
It happened to me at the Tanner Paint Company. This just happened. I'll share this real quick. Tanner Paint Company, very well-known store in Tampa. Everybody knows Tanner Paint Company.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They are in my book. They're the oldest paint company in the state of Florida, let alone Tampa.
Wow.
Beautiful photograph of them in my book. And I know the family because we did all their sign work for many years. I walked into that store to talk to Mr. Tanner about the book because he was so excited he wanted to see me. And I was talking to one of his employees. His name is Vic Garcia. And I was talking to this gentleman, and he loved the book, and he was looking through the book, and he went to the Ybor City chapter, and he saw a picture of a store there, and it was the Fernandez Garcia department store. And he looked at me, and he said, Mr. Sinchette, that is my father's department store.
Oh, wow.
And I don't have a photograph of it anywhere. I've never seen a photograph of it. He says, I can't believe my eyes. He said, you have a photograph of my father's store in your book, and I'm so touched and amazed I can't believe it. And then he turned the page again, and he said, here's another picture of another store that my father owned
my
in
goodness.
downtown Tampa.
no.
And again, I've never seen a picture of it anywhere. We have no photographs of it.
That's
I remember Tampa, the way she used to be, the places we would run to, the faces we would see. Yes, I remember Tampa with precious memories, a city rising on the move, a simple yet progressive groove. Yes, I remember Tampa, she remembers me, walking through the park at night, beneath the moss-filled trees, children running, riding bike, footloose, fancy-free. I remember Tampa, those sweet, soft memories, the city that I call my home, the home from which I never roamed. Yes, I remember Tampa. She remembers me. I'm a Tampa native. Tampa native, can't you see? I will share my story with you to preserve its history. I remember. I remember. I remember. Oh, the smell of fair was bound to grow. The sailors behind that, don't you know? I remember Tampa. She remembers me. Tampa native. Tampa native through and through. Seen a lot of things go down here. Some things I never knew. Yeah, I never knew. Some things I never knew. I was clueless. You know, really is. No. You don't go there. That's right. I'm such a clueless. Yeah, he said, remember this guy knows all he needs. This guy knows everything. He'll sit there and talk to you for hours and hours and hours. And not repeat himself. That's exciting. Come on, before you know you want to listen to something by chance. He's not easy. It's a walking encyclopedia. Back when we were younger, and everything seemed new. used to have a lot of fun, yes we did. No matter what we do, sleeping days, long summer nights, going anywhere we pleased. This love I've always called my own, a love that I've always known, the city that I call my home, the home from which I never roam. This love affair was meant to be. Oh, well, I love her and she loves me. Yes, I remember Tampa. She remembers me.
So the story is, you know how today presidential campaigns start like how many years in advance?
Yeah.
Ad nauseum?
At least 24 months.
All right. So here it is, a year out, 1963, November, and President Kennedy hadn't filed for re-election yet.
Wow.
A year
Wow.
out.
Yeah,
A year out. So many of the people who traveled with him said that this was an unofficial campaign stop because he had to win. He wanted to win Florida.
Sure.
You see, and so he came here because the South was very important to him. He only lost it by a couple percentage points, you know, maybe 2% or something. It was very close. But I mean, he obviously won the election, but he lost Florida, is what I'm
Correct.
saying. And so as a result, he wanted to, you know, solidify the South.
Get out there.
And let's face it, the South wasn't really happy with him because of his civil rights push.
Correct.
And so as a result, he was coming to Tampa. And people who are political now know that we, you know, are considered the I-4 corridor. We're supposed to be, you know, a very impressive group that people need to win over. We believe that Kennedy was the first to acknowledge the importance
Really?
of Florida to an election in Tampa.
Tampa specifically.
And Tampa
Especially, yeah.
specifically,
Yeah.
which is one of
The
the sound
epicenter.
bites Jack Espinosa gave me, which is he kind of said smugly, I guess he realized we were important.
Right.
And sure enough, and everyone said, even the agents said this was a campaign stop, but he just hadn't filed. It wasn't official, but he wanted to be seen. He wanted to be seen.
Ricky,
another one.
so we started, when did you realize, at about what time did you realize, man, this thing is going crazy? Now, I'm in the 6th grade, I'm about 6 feet tall, I can't keep shoes on my feet.
Oh, wow.
Mama's yelling at me because every other week we got to go get some new clothes.
That's right.
And then you thought, well, you know, I kind of like this basketball thing. When did you realize you might have had a knack for it? Or did you grow into it?
Well, it kind of happened just like you said. The Boys and Girls Club was a big piece of that. My dad used to take us out with him, and we'd shoot, you know, in the hoops, and we'd stay on the playground with my
Sure.
dad, my brothers, and other kids would join in, and we'd play ball and stuff, and Papa kind of helped kids, you know, with their jump shots. And then I started to realize that, you know, I'm pretty good at this. I'm making most of mine, and, you know, like somebody take a shot, I could just swat it out of the air. So I got a chance to meet Mr. Glenn, Coach Glenn. I'll always call him that, because he'll always be coach for me. And he had us up in the club, myself, Leroy, and Steve, and a few others. And I'll tell you, when we first stepped in the club, we thought we were coming there to play basketball, but Coach kind of set us down and started talking about life and goals and different things that we needed to start looking at. As a little kid, you know, at that age, 10, 11 years old, you're pretty impressionable. So
Sure.
you start thinking about what they're saying, and you really want to be a part of it. And tried out for the team, made the Boys and Girls Club, the boys team back then, and I was just ecstatic, so excited, because at school, when I was going over at West Tampa, any of the kids, we all wore their little name things from the Boys and Girls Club. You had your little tag,
Sure,
the little chains, and all the kids used to wear them so much that some of us had little rashes around our necks because we wouldn't take them off. We wore them all the time.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and I started to realize that I definitely had a pretty good game, and Coach worked with us with the fundamentals and really got us to understand the game, not just run up and down the court.
Well, as it would happen from time to time, we've already got our first caller in the new season.
How about that?
In the new season, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, Ricky, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Ricky, here we go. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Leroy Staley.
Excuse me, could you repeat that, sir?
This is Leroy Staley in Pearl, Mississippi.
Oh, there he is. All right. And I assume you're a first-time caller. Is that correct, Mr. Staley?
Yes, sir. I want the bell.
You just got it, and you're going to get another one. There you go. He wants the bell.
Two bells.
Hi, Leroy. How are you, man?
I'm doing great.
Are you watching us tonight? Can you get that feed over there where you are?
No, I can't get it here.
Okay, well, listen, we're going to work on that. We thought we might have had a little bit of a problem earlier today. We thought it might have been corrected. If you're not getting it, don't worry, because this will be up on the website here probably by this weekend. We've got some really wonderful technical staff, and they're going to make sure that this gets up there, which is just as well because sometimes there's a little bit of a delay. So if you're watching this, it's kind of hard to have that conversation. But look, here's your good buddy. Here's Ricky Gallen right here. Tell him what you told us you were going to tell him on the air.
Ricky, I got to tell you this, man. You don't realize how much of an inspiration you have been to all of us because when you were playing in the NCAA tournament in '75, and I ended up having a dream that I was going to be playing with a team that has sky blue and white uniforms, and considering that you guys were playing UCLA, I was thinking I was going to UCLA. Well, come to find out, I ended up going to Indiana State with sky blue and white uniforms, and I always said I wanted to do a game better than you. That was my inspiration. And guess what? I got that game better than you, but we both lost the final game.
Is that amazing?
That is amazing.
Is that amazing? Thank you so much for being with us this evening. Tell us, did you have a good time?
I had a wonderful time. Thank you all. This is a great group. What you're doing is so important. You know, I spent so many years interviewing old timers, and then I turned around and I'm the old timer now. So we're passing on the baton to the next generation, and you're doing a great job. Thank you.
We think it's a worthwhile effort. We know how important our history is. Certainly, we take a lot of our lead from you and the work you've done before, and we want to extend the invitation that anytime you would like to come on the show and share more of your story, you're always welcome here at the Tampa Native Show.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And also, I also want to say a word of congratulations to these two guys right here, to all of the folks, the producer, Jeff, because this television show is also an amazing accomplishment, and it is something that has never been done before in the history of the city of Tampa. There has never been a television show that concentrated on the historic value of photographs and that concentrated on asking callers to share their memories of growing up in Tampa. That's a first for the city of Tampa. So you folks here that are producing this show and creating this show have taken on really what is considered to be a type of preservation effort in a way, just like my book is a preservation effort.
Well, Jamie, it was just the fastest 60 minutes in cable broadcast history, and tonight's show, I think, was evidence of that. Man, thanks for coming in. We'll have to bring you back in so we can flesh out more of those stories. But let me ask you, did you have a good time?
I had a great time. I had an awesome time, and I appreciate you, Mario, and Sally, and Steve having me on because it's so much fun to talk about these things that happened in Tampa back in the day, and appreciate you having the show, Tampa Native Show, because it makes me feel happy. Makes me happy. Things I remember as a kid, I love going through all the photos, seeing all the things, listening to all to the different videos you have. And it's just fabulous history, and that's what we're all about, preserving our history here in Tampa.
We really appreciate you saying that. You know, for us, it's a labor of love. We wouldn't be doing anything else. And when we get a guest like you, whose history in Tampa is so rich, it makes it even more special. Right. So thanks for coming in. We'll have you back.
I appreciate it. I can't wait to come back.
That's Jamie Urso, everybody. And then, of course, lastly, how about that first day that you had to dress out for PE? How about coming in from PE and having to take that first shower with everybody there?
No.
And then at that point you realize, that all men were not created equal, and you realized what is going on over here?
Girls.
Because that guy looks different from that guy, and what's all this about?
I showered in my clothes, my gym clothes.
Did you? And I believe that. Stevie showered in his clothes. You couldn't, because we had the 9th graders that were their PE assistants, and their job was to hand out the towels.
Yeah.
Well, just like Rose was talking about, part of the initiation for 7th graders was you got your towel. Only you didn't get your towel handed to you nicely. You got it to you rolled up in a little rat tail. And most of the time they would smack you with and then they would hand it to you.
Got pretty good.
As you got a big welt on your bohiney. All right, we got 2 callers. Let's go. Is it line 4 or line 5, guys? Here we go.
4.
I ate up just enough time. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Bruce Krentzman from South Tampa.
Well, hello, Bruce. It's been a little while, my man. How are you?
Long-time caller.
I'm doing great. How y'all doing?
Good.
We've been missing on you, Bruce. Now tell us your stories.
Madison.
I went to Madison, but the one cool story that jumps out at me happened in elementary school, if I have permission to give you that story.
Yes, as long as there's no
Was
nudity
it
or
Anderson?
profanity.
And the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Yes, and if there's nudity and profanity, go slow because I don't want to miss
There
anything.
might be.
Okay. When I was in 5th grade, I was kind of disruptive in class, a class clown, and if you're misbehaving in class, they make you write 50 times, I must not misbehave in class. And if you keep misbehaving, you have to do it 500 times, and then if you keep misbehaving, you have to stay after school. And if you keep misbehaving, you have to stay after school for a week and write on the board, I must not class. And the ultimate punishment was you had to memorize the Gettysburg Address.
Wow.
That would be tough.
And I saw that coming, and that was almost a goal for me.
Yeah.
And I went ahead and memorized the Gettysburg Address, foreseeing that day might come when she pulls her hair out of her head and tells me to memorize it.
Wow.
Do you still know it? So you just busted out the Gettysburg Address.
And I got up and recited the Gettysburg Address.
That's incredible.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. That's a classic right there.
I still know it to this day.
I would think so.
20 years ago, my man, you were a bad boy.
7 years ago.
Yeah, that too. But anyway, I would never have thought that, Bruce. We know you now.
I wouldn't have
And
seen
now
that
you're
either.
Bruce Krentzman, mild-mannered reporter for the Daily Planet. We just never would have seen that coming.
And she ended up flunking me. I had to repeat 5th grade.
After all of that.
Yeah, and then I had a choice. I had a partner in crime. I'm not going to mention his name.
Rather you didn't.
Got left back. And they gave us the choice of picking the teacher for the next year. And I picked her again.
Really?
Wow.
To punish her?
No, I'm getting a whole different vibe from Mr. Krentzman now. This is good. This is good. I like it.
Not like the picture we saw, is it?
No.
Miss Hopkins, 5th grade.
Okay.
There you go.
That's the story, guys.
Wonderful.
Great.
That's a good story.
That's a
That's a
very,
great
very
story.
good
Give us
story.
I remember Tampa, the way she used to be, the places we would run to, the faces we would see. Yes, I remember Tampa, what precious memories, a city rising on the move, a simple yet progressive groove. Yes, I remember Tampa, she remembers me, walking through the park at night, beneath the moss-filled trees, children running, riding bike, footloose, fancy-free. I remember Tampa, those sweet, soft memories, the city that I call my home, the home from which I never roam. Yes, I remember Tampa. She remembers me. I'm a Tampa native. Tampa native, can't you see? I will share my story with you to preserve its history. I remember. I remember. I remember. Oh, this love affair was bound to grow. It's endless behind that, don't you know? I remember Tampa. She remembers me. Tampa native. Tampa native through and through. Seen a lot of things go down here. Some things I never knew. Yeah, I never knew. Some things I never knew. I was clueless. You know, really is. No. You don't go yet. Yeah. That's right. I'm telling the truth. They say, remember this guy, you know, he's a little shady. This guy knows everything. It's still going to talk to you for hours and hours. Right now. And now it feels. Back when we were younger, and everything seemed new. We used to have a lot of fun, yes we did, no matter what we do. Sleeping days, long summer nights, going anywhere we pleased. This love I've always called my own, a love that I've always known. The city that I call my home, the home from which I never roamed. This love affair was meant to be. Oh, I love her and she loves me. Yes, I remember Tampa. She remembers me.
Well, Rob, Cam, thank you. All I can say is
pleasure.
thank you, man. I'm so sorry that we've got about 30 seconds to go. This is unbelievable.
Well, we appreciate
fun?
you
We
guys.
appreciate
I think what bonds us as a people and what builds audience for both of us is that people are looking for authenticity in their lives and in this community, and they can find it here on the Tampa Native Show, and they can
nice.
find it at 88.5.
Absolutely.
Have mercy.
Mario,
Thank you.
thanks.
That's great.
Sally, Steve,
Oh,
thanks
thank
a lot.
you.
Thank you,
Rob.
Rob. Glasses up, everybody.
Yeah.
Listen,
Salute.
on behalf of the crew that puts this show together each and every week, I want to say thank you to the crew, especially to our guests, Rob Lori and Cam Dilly. On behalf of Tampa Steve and the 15-Minute Girl, I'm Mario Nunez. Salute and happy days. We love you, Tampa.
Yes, we do.
See you next week.
Peace out.
Oh, that was cool. What?
Yes.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Sweetie, you want to do this one?
Let's do it.
Caller, you're on the air.
Sorry.
Not you, sweetie. This sweetie.
This sweetie.
Marilyn Messina.
Hi, Marilyn.
Hi, Marilyn.
We're munching on your food.
Oh, man, is it ever good.
And I'm so glad that you're enjoying it.
Yes, it's delicious.
Well, I just wanted to call to tell your viewers, first, it's a privilege and an honor for us to be able to be one of your sponsors for the show.
Thank you.
But I also want to impress upon the viewers that it is imperative, absolutely imperative, that we not lose a show like yours. For anybody who is curious about the history of Tampa, where we came from, how we come to be what we are now, your show is, it's a necessity. The way you introduce your guests who have ties to old family histories, people that immigrated over in the 1800s and the 1900s, the connections that the viewers make. As we have found so many friends through the participation in your show, it's amazing. Plus, having lived here all my life, I thought I knew everything that there was to know about Tampa. Your guests have proven me wrong.
Oh, wow.
I continue to be educated and impressed every single week. Thank you very much.
That's awesome.
That was great, Marilyn.
Thank you, Marilyn. That's
Yeah.
That's a highlight.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
not only a highlight, but you can't see it.
These
I
are
got
highlights,
goosebumps. Yeah, these are really highlights. I got goosebumps. You know, we talked about it earlier tonight. You made an amazing effort just to get out here
Yes.
and bring us
That's
these
right.
goodies, and we appreciate that so much. We appreciate you always being there with the funding as well.
Yes.
And those kind words you know, it's so much better when we hear them from the outside.
Yes.
And the thing is, I'm not lying. I'm not even stretching the truth. This is the fact. We cannot lose your show.
Thank you.
Tampa needs it. And if there's anybody out there that is interested in being a sponsor, step forward. They need you. Tampa needs you.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Thank you,
so
Anthony,
much.
and the family.
That's
Give you my
awesome.
Bolita number.
Yeah,
yes.
please.
Okay,
We
37.
37. You got it.
We love you.
Hi, Tampa Native Show fans. Mario Nunez here. You know, I'd like to say thank you, one and all, to our fans, our sponsors, for your contributions and your donations. Without your generosity, this show would not be possible. There are our sponsor logos right there on the screen. We'd like to encourage you to visit our sponsors on our website. Click that sponsor tab. Get over there and visit our sponsors. Better than that, get in your car and drive over and see our sponsors and tell them the Tampa Native Show sent you. There's no better time to be a fan or a sponsor of the Tampa Native Show. Visit our website and get in touch with us real soon. We'd love to hear from you. www.tampanativeshow.com. Can't wait to see you soon. Salud and happy days.
Well, it's blinding before the calm, and too often it washes over us all. You can shield your eyes if you'd like, or find a useless hope for your deaf day to subside when the gleam is becoming a sea of electrical light. Neon white, neon white, neon white. Haven't you noticed everybody else is got to slipping away? A different agendas now entirely. But you can see them wash down the hands so clean and pure. You can shield your eyes if you like, or find a useless hope for your death day to subside. No one gleam is becoming a sea of electrical light. Neon white, neon white, neon white.
In real time.
Real time.
Caller, you're on the air with the Tampa Native Show. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, Mario, this is Walt Allen.
It is
Hey,
not Walt Allen.
Walt.
Walt Allen. I'm going to ring just because
I
we
don't
haven't
think
heard from
Walt has
Allen.
ever called in.
No, Betty has called,
Betty's
but I don't know
called
that
in.
we've heard from Walt.
I don't think so.
We've heard, you know what we've heard from Walt? We've heard Walt yelling in the background. Hey,
Yes.
this is Walt.
This is my number.
Hey, how you doing?
Good,
All right.
Walt. Good,
Good
to hear from you. So nice to hear from you.
It really is.
Yeah, you talking about whole car. Hold on a minute, please.
Sure.
Dogs barking.
As it will happen on live TV sometimes. You
They
just
don't
get,
care.
Yeah, you just get a little assist from the pooch, from the family pooch.
Yes, that's right. My first car was a '39 Plymouth sedan.
Wow.
Man, how about that?
Yeah,
Is it black?
When I was in the service, I sent money home every month to my dad. So I could have me a car when I got out of the service. And so when I got out, he had purchased this 39 Plymouth from one of his railroad friends.
Yes.
And he said, "Son, here's the car and here's your money."
Oh.
My first car, the inside was had chrome all around the windshield.
Beautiful.
And the speedometer was up to a certain speed. It was yellow, and then it would turn green. If you got up past 50, if I remember correctly, it would turn red. That's how old it was.
You know, when I think of a 1939, the colors of the cars back then were either black,
Yeah.
sometimes that dark green,
Yeah.
maybe white, but mostly black.
Yeah.
It was green.
Green, there you go. That's the other color comes to mind. And in 1939, it conjures up images of, guys with fedoras and you know what I mean?
Gangster cars.
Them gangster cars, man. You weren't a gangster, were you, Walt?
No, not really. Not really. Until, in fact, when Betty and I got married, it was we had a picture taken in a 49 Studebaker.
Wow,
I remember
beautiful. That is wonderful.
We have to get a picture of that.
Hey, do me a favor, because I know Betty's there watching with you. Tell her that I know we still got to get together, and I'm going to hopefully see you guys tomorrow, because I got a T-shirt for you. Somebody's got a birthday coming up here pretty soon. We don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I got to get that shirt to you.
That's right. That's right. So maybe we can make contact for it sometime when it's convenient for you.
Very good. Maybe
great.
this coming weekend we'll do it, okay?
Okay, and let's see, my Belita number, let's try what, 27? How's that sound?
27, darling, is it available?
Let's see.
And do you like the Broncos or the Seahawks, Walt?
Beg your pardon?
Do you like the Broncos this weekend in the Super Bowl or the Seahawks?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not really a sports fan, so let's go with the Broncos. How about that?
All right, we got you down. Thank you so much for
Nice
calling.
to hear from you, Walt.
Yes,
Great
it
to hear
is.
from you,
Really
Walt.
is.
We'll see you real soon.
Okay, take care of yourself, and
care.
I enjoy the program.
Thank you so,
Thank you.
thanks
Nice
so
people.
much. Bye-bye now.
All right, thanks.
It's
Bye-bye.
nice to hear from them.
That's great, man. I get chill bumps because, those fans have been with us since the
Oh,
very,
my
very
gosh.
beginning, and that's Walt and Betty Allen. Wonderful.
Great
All right,
people.
Stevie, after this call, we're going to go to your video. How's that?
Yeah, let's do that.
And then we've got some
do
other
that.
photographs. Look at the
Happy
show
to
that. Thank you so much for being with us today on the show.
Man, my pleasure.
What-
Walk through memory lane here.
Thank you, and we're going to do it again. Remember to visit our website, everybody. That's TampaNativeShow.com, and of course, SwellProdate.com if you'd like to learn more about Dale and his business there, and that wonderful, wonderful building. We're going to show you more pictures the next time, and we just scratched the surface.
It was incredible.
You know what? I loved everything about the brewery and what we learned, but I even loved even more so when you went in infinitesimal and passionate detail, all that stuff between Hillsborough Avenue and 15th Street, and you started knocking all those old places down when you were talking about your grandfather's place.
right.
That was pretty cool.
took back some-
That was pretty captivating. That was pretty.
It took us back in time.
There you go, man.
So thank you, Dale. Thanks so much, and we'll do it again.
Did you have fun?
Totally fun.
Good.
I'm
Isn't
glad.
that
I'm
cool?
glad you guys are doing
ready for
this.
part
This
two.
is a massive contribution to the preservation of
thank
the
you.
community. So it's it's different from the museum. The museum, you get to go and see things and look at
Right.
them and try to imagine the story. What you guys are doing is actually bringing the story.
Thank you,
bringing
Dale.
the
Thank you
people.
so much. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, I'm Matt Roman.
Matilda.
Hi, Matilda. How are you?
Okay, I was just calling because I wanted to wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving.
That's nice.
Oh, how nice.
How sweet.
you
Thank
so
you
much.
so
Happy
much.
Thanksgiving
Matt,
to
thank you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
We really, really appreciate you taking the time to do that.
And I wanted to say thank you for your program. It is a weekly gift that you give our great city.
Oh, how
Wow.
sweet.
That's
There's,
awesome.
there's our highlight.
Sweet.
There's our highlight for the
Thank
show.
you so much.
We love you, Matilda. Thank you. That means more to us than you know.
That is a gift.
Thank you again, and happy Thanksgiving to
To
all.
you and your
Happy
family as well.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Wow, that is nice.
Well, we're just going to give her a shirt because I forgot to
Yeah.
get her Bolita number.
I got goosebumps
was
on
moved
that
to
one.
tears. I was moved to
You?
tears.
Yeah.
You can't see them
Oh.
at home, but I
Yeah.
got
That's
water
amazing.
in my eyes.
We'll cut that out.
That's sweet.
That's a highlight.
I remember Tampa, the way she used to be, the places we would run to, the faces we would see. Yes, I remember Tampa, the sweet, soft memories, a city rising on the move, a simple yet progressive groove. Yes, I remember Tampa, she remembers me, walking through the park at night, beneath the rustling trees, children running, riding bike, footloose, fancy free. I remember Tampa, those sweet, sweet memories, the city that I call my home, the home from which I never roam. Yes, I remember Tampa. She remembers
Here
me.
with the Tampa Native Show. We've got a few minutes left. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Mike Buluha Mario. How you doing, Papa?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
So
How
good
are
to
you?
hear from you.
Listen, I just wanted to quickly, I tuned in just in time. I just wanted to commend you on a job well done on that video, beautiful video.
Beautiful
As
song.
always, thank you for keeping the song alive.
Yes.
And more importantly, thank you for keeping the show alive, and thank you for keeping our memories alive.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I got a couple of lines to give you before I go, and that's you all are true Tampa treasures with all the memories you hold. Okay? Yeah, and you know what that's about right now. So, their worth cannot be measured. More durable than diamonds, more valuable than gold. That's the honest truth, brother. Okay?
Very nice.
There's our highlight. There's our highlight.
It is.
Mike, we love you, man. And
Thank
We
you,
do. We appreciate you, Mike, so much.
We give, you give us so much, and,
Yeah.
and in return, this is what we do. It's really a love fest every Thursday.
It's heartfelt on both sides.
We would listen. Let me look into the camera and just tell you this, man. The show inspired the song, but the song, every time I hear it, inspires us to come back and do another show next week. It's really, really special. And Mikey, you've written a lot of songs, and I've heard most of your playlist. I don't know that you might have written a better song or may ever write a better song. Of course, I'm being very partial, but there's something about the tone, the pitch,
Yeah, it's perfect.
the tempo, and when you hear it and then you see the visuals behind it,
It's
forget
nostalgic.
it, Papa, forget
It really is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's not my song, it's our song, as in you all also, and it's our song as in Tampa song, okay?
Thank you, my
There you
brother.
go.
We
Thank
love
you,
you. Can we
Mike.
get your Bolita number?
33, because I know 3 is taken.
30.
Yes, okay.
We got you down, Mike.
And 18%, don't forget that.
There you go.
18.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Bye, Mike.
That is certainly a highlight.
Great. So, as we wrap the show up here, we just want to say again, Rodney, thank you so much for coming in and doing the show. We know that we left a little bit of meat on the bone, as we like to say here. We've got more to cover, but will you come back and do another show?
I'd be thrilled to, Mario. I think what you do is so important to talk about the things that made Tampa what it is today, because all of us are the result of little things that happened to us in our lives. And you could say Cascaden Park, you got 1,000 memories. You could say Boys Club, you got 1,000 memories. Say Ybor City, you got 1,000 memories. Say Sulphur Springs Pool, you talk about the tower. It doesn't stop the things that we could talk about, things that even before you all that mean things to me and people of my age. So thank you very much. It's been great, and I hope you continue to do it.
Thank you, Rodney. Thank you. That's the great Rodney Justo, everybody. Thanks so much.
Well said.
over
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Bill Joseph, and I'm calling from Western Colorado.
Oh,
Bill
man.
Joseph from Western Colorado.
Welcome.
My goodness, this is the first time caller?
That's correct.
Wow.
Another
How did
one.
you find us, Mr.
How
Joseph?
cool.
Found you on the internet. Please call me Bill, not Mr. Joseph.
All right, Bill, we'll show you respect and courtesy. Bill, that's great that you found us on the internet. Are you from the Tampa area? Do you have Tampa connection?
I was raised in Tampa starting in 1952, and I was a part of the first graduating class at Chamberlain High School that went through the 3 years.
Oh, that's pretty cool. We share a little common history because I was the first graduating class from the new Jefferson that went through the first 3 years as well. So that's kind of cool. Would that have been around 62 that you graduated? I'm just guessing.
Graduated in 59, and you would also know that the principal at Chamberlain at that time was your own A.T.O. Philip Leto.
Oh, Mr. Leto, for whom the high school was named shortly thereafter.
Wow.
That's right. He passed away before he became the principal of the high school that eventually became his namesake.
Wow, that's very cool.
That's great
wow, Bill, so
information.
thank you so much for finding us.
Yes.
For taking the time to call us. What inspired you to get up off the couch and give us a call tonight?
Well, you know, I'm not on the couch yet. It's only a quarter to 6.
That's true. That's true. What made you give us a ring tonight? Because you saw Andy. Did you have a question for Andy, or did you just want to give us a call tonight and say you're watching us from?
I just wanted to let you know that your callers are all over the place, and I was going to ask Andy a question, if I might.
Please.
Sure.
Hey, Andy, how does the local weather business compare when you're competing with these national channels like the Weather Channel on cable, for example?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question, and the way we can compete is local, local, local. So we tell the national weather story because there's so many people that live here or that are visiting here from other places, but we try to focus on local things. So we can mention these small cities like Seffner and you know, Land O'Lakes and things like that, which they can't. There's no way to do that on a national level. So that's the way we can do that and provide focused information, guidance, what to do locally, especially like in severe weather, like localized tornadoes, something like that. So that's how we compete with that.
Great.
Well, a lot of us grew up watching that Channel 13 family, as you well know.
Yes,
That was a great one too, wasn't it?
And how special were we that we were able to have that all to ourselves for all those years, huh?
You're right, and I hope you continue success with your show.
Thank
you,
you.
Bill. That's wonderful. We appreciate
Please call
it.
us back again, Bill.
Yeah, let us know how the winter's working out for you there in Colorado, and let us know when you can be our own Punxsutawney Phil. We'll call you Colorado Bill. How's that?
That'll be fine.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank
We
you,
appreciate
Bill.
you. Hey, can we get your lucky bolita number between 1 and 75?
I'm going to say 33.
33. Let's see.
Thank you so much, Bill. Take good care.
Yep.
You too. See you, folks.
Bye-bye now.
You know, there's
Doing the things that normal little kids did, and I'm sure you did. I mean, you did the baseball thing, Little League thing, and were you a Boy Scout? How did that? What were your favorite activities as a kid growing up?
Well, growing up, I spent the majority of my time at the Boys and Girls Club in West Tampa.
Okay. At West Tampa?
Yeah, in MacDill.
Oh, wow.
And with Pemieux. And,
Who were your buddies? Okay, Glenn Pemieux.
They was running, and, coaches.
So you know Mark Barrow well?
Correct, and I played basketball.
Ted
Webb. It's Ted Webb, and so it was a time where that's where we spend most of the time, just going to the Boys and Girls Club and participating in the activities, because I was living over there in the housing project.
Sure.
And so we spent a great deal of time at football, basketball, and I enjoyed growing up. The kids today, they don't have a lot of these opportunities like I had growing up.
Good times.
And the great thing I miss and
safe. You can
safe,
ride your bike
right.
anywhere.
Right.
Get around.
Correct. And find a double crab.
This is Pulse, the heartbeat of a changing world. A 60-minute report of the events which are, at this moment, filling today's chapter in the Chronicle of Time. Produced by the award-winning WTVT News, Weather, and Sports staff.
From our Color Communications Center, this is Pulse. Here now is Channel 13's Ron Meyer. Direct from Channel 13's Color Communications Center, this is Pulse.
Doing it again.
Good morning, I'm Rod Challenger, and this is Polls Final. President Carter has reversed one of Gerald's... Jim Anderson of Houston apparently isn't too worried about what's in. He's more interested in what used to be in, like in the Victorian era. Dark shadows upon the picture. Now we're back again.
Pulse 13's Tim Smith tells us about the connection.
Backed up by CBS News correspondents all over the globe.
However, this position is about 130 miles to the east of San Juan, Puerto Rico, and we just lost our era, even though it is still moving to the west-northwest.
Damn, Dick, you look.
I even brushed my teeth this morning.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. This is Andy Hardy here with Manuel Biro for Valencia Garden Restaurant. Manuel, let's get it off with a big salute, huh?
Salute and happy days, 1800. Yes.
Start again. I stepped on his line. I'm sorry.
Back when we were younger and everything seemed new, we used to have a lot of fun, yes we did, no matter what we do. Sleepy days, long summer nights, going anywhere we please, with love that I could call my own, the love that I've always known, the city that I call my home, a home from which I never roam. This love affair was meant to be. I love her and she loves me. I remember Tampa, oh, she remembers me. She remembers me. I remember, yeah, yes I do. Oh, oh, I remember, yeah, me and you. I'm a Tampa native, Tampa native, can't you see? I will share my story with you to preserve its history, yeah.
All right now, don't forget, Thursdays, 7 p.m. on TBCN, home of the Tampa Native Show.